If you follow me on any social media platform, you know I love peaches. And if you love peaches as much as I do, you want them to last forever. So we're going to show you 3 ways to preserve peaches. First, we're going to make some peach jam. I'm using 3 pounds of pitted peaches, so I'm going to remove the pit. I do leave on the skin, but you can remove them if you prefer. I'm going to rough chop them because we're going to use a potato masher and also an immersion blender. Once they're chopped up, I'm going to put them into a pot and I'm going to have it on like a medium heat. So I'll stir every so often while I'm making my sorbet as well. Once we have all our peaches in there, I'm going to use my potato masher to get that liquid in there. And then I'm going to add 1.5 cups of granulated sugar and the juice of 1 lemon, which is about 2 tablespoons for this one. And then I'm just going to keep squeezing until I get all the juice out. Make sure not to get the seeds in. And since I rough chop them, I am using an immersion blender and I'm just going to blend this up and then let it cook on the stove. We're going to let it cook, since we're not doing pectin, for 30 to 40 minutes. Now I used my scale to measure another 3 pounds of peaches, and we're going to use this for our peach sorbet. And I'm just removing the pits. One just flew away. And I'm going to put that in my Vitamix blender. You could use any blender. I just find that the Vitamix does it really well, especially because I'm using the skin. So again, you can remove the skin if you want. Adds nutrition, adds flavor, and I love using skin whenever I can in a recipe. Once we blend that up, I'm going to put it into a big bowl. We're going to keep an eye on our peach jam too, mixing as needed. And then I'm going to add sugar. I'm going in with 1 cup of sugar, a pinch of salt. And then we do like the lemon juice in here, so I go with 1 lemon. So you can go with 1 to 2 tablespoons. I find that it keeps it preventing from browning, but also adds a beautiful brightness to it. So it's almost like a peach lemonade sorbet. And then it'll settle as soon as you freeze it though, so it's not too lemony. But if you don't like lemon too much, you can go ahead and just use 1 tablespoon. But I'm using a whole lemon. It could have even been 3 tablespoons, but yeah, we love that perk of lemon in our peach sorbet, and it's really refreshing. So now for our no pectin jam, we're going to be putting it into jars. I'm also not going to be doing any canning. I am nervous about canning. I know the whole botulism thing is so easy to avoid if you're doing it correctly, but I just get very nervous. So what I like to do is freezer jam, and we keep it in the refrigerator too. So if I want to defrost it, I just put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then we have our fresh peach jam. This is so good for like yogurts, ice cream, and a lot of sweet things, but I also like to cook it with chicken and pork, and it is so good, especially in like stir fries. My mom would use duck sauce growing up, and I think that this is a great one-to-one swap for duck sauce. So now on to our peach sorbet, finishing that up. We let this refrigerate. I had it in the fridge for overnight, and you can see that color is still nice and vibrant. I'm going to put it in my green pan frost. First, we're going to do slushy. So I want to show you that with the green pan frost, you can do a bunch of different options. I love that we can do this. So first, we're going to turn it into a slushy, and then we're going to make the sorbet. So I can use this as a regular ice cream maker, but also use it as a slushy machine or a soft serve. So here is our slushy. And then when it comes out, it is ready to go. You can just grab a straw and enjoy it. My kiddos loved this. It is so refreshing. And then I'm going to put it on sorbet, but it's also going to be like a soft serve consistency. The reason I'm doing sorbet is because I want it to be that perfect consistency for freezing. And when I say freezing, that means I'm going to put it in the freezer and then I'm going to let it sit out for like 10 to 15 minutes and be able to scoop it beautifully. And that is why I love this machine. It is like one of my favorite purchases in a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dispense a little bit for my daughter who wanted it to be soft serve. And as you can see, it is that kind of soft serve consistency. I could have used a soft serve option, but I wasn't sure if it would kind of make it a little bit more larger ice crystals or turned it too fast. So that's why I kind of played it safe here, because my main goal was the sorbet, which did work out beautifully. And I'm so happy. My husband came home and he's like, oh my gosh, this is so good. He's like, this is better than Italian ice. So now, of course, I have to come up with an Italian ice recipe. And what I do is I just put a bowl under it and then I just let it extrude into the container, and then I will freeze this, and then when we're ready, take it out 10 to 15 minutes prior. I'm just smoothing this out, making sure there's no air pockets, and now it's time to clean. I put some soapy water in there, and yes, it did come out beautifully. Like, I was kind of nervous. I've only done like clear liquids, nothing with like all of that peach skin in here, and it cleaned out beautifully. I will say I removed that silicone ring in the back. I'm not sure if that's okay, but I did do it. So it went right back on beautifully and it's still working. I have my peach sorbet. I let it sit out for 10 to 15 minutes and it scooped up so nice. It is so good, refreshing after a hot day. My family really, really enjoyed this, and I love it so much. Like I said, I love peach picking, and any way I can preserve our peaches, I am so down for it. So we have the peach jam, the peach sorbet. I love making peach muffins, peach bread, but I'm going to tell you my absolute favorite way to preserve peaches, and that is simply freezing them. I have them in the freezer. I could use them for recipes. My kids love snacking on frozen fruit, and I know that these are picked at peak freshness. So now how to freeze peaches. I'm going to wash my peaches, of course, and then we're going to go ahead and slice them open and then remove the pit. The bottom of the pit can be pointy, so I like to use a spoon if I'm, doing big batches like this, or you could even pinch it, but I find that the spoon just really gets it out easily. And then sometimes there'll be a little bit of dirt or schmutz that you couldn't get out when you wash them. So I'll remove that and then I go ahead and just slice them up. I like to slice them, but you could also cut them in half or even chop them up. I find for freezing, it's just easier to do slices. So what I do is I just put the slices right onto a parchment lined baking sheet, and I did crinkle that up so that way it didn't roll up onto my peaches. And I do this because I love being able to separate them. You want them to have a little bit of circulation of air in between. My little guy gave me a thumbs up. He is so excited. He cannot wait to have these frozen. Like I said, they love eating them frozen. You could also do peach halves. I do that as well. Sometimes I'll take one out and just top it with yogurt. So good. Now that they're frozen, I let them freeze for a few hours. And then what I like to do is just bang it on the counter a little bit. But if that doesn't work, you're just going to go ahead and pull up that parchment paper, which is why we use it, because otherwise the peaches would have stuck to the sheet pan. So I'm just going to pull this up very carefully. Some of the peaches will stick together if you just nestle them a little too close. Again, I have a lot of peaches to process, so I did go a little bit tight on this, but most likely if you're at home and you're just freezing a few peaches, you're going to give them a little bit more wiggle room. But again, they're going to break apart beautifully because they're not on top of each other. So if I did a layer on top of these, I would not be able to get them apart. But because I put them next to each other, I'm able to take the two peaches and just break them apart like that. And then once they're all broken up apart, I can put them into my freezer safe container. You could also use freezer bags, but for my kiddos, they will go ahead and grab this, put a few in a bowl, and then snack on them. So I like to have it easily accessible. Yes, a freezer bag would preserve them longer, but my kiddos are going to enjoy these. So I do have some in freezer bags, but for the most part, I like to put it in containers. Same with our strawberries from this season. I did it with cherries. So whatever you're actually freezing, you could always use parchment paper and this method. So they're not sticking together. It's basically, if you would go buy frozen fruit, they do this method so everything flash freezes, nothing stuck together. See, it just comes apart easily. And then you have like singular fruit instead of one big massive block of peaches. So that is how you freeze peaches beautifully. And whenever my kiddos grab one, I know it'll be sweet, delicious. They were picked at freshness, them ripen, and now they are so sweet. Grab one, it's like sugar. Friends, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Bye.